Hello everyone, and welcome back to EXAPUNKS. We are done with the first 3 tutorials, and apparently the number that there are is 4, so we will start the 4th one. Yes, you can do it. This is positive encouragement. Well done. So you're a computer, right? Emulated multi-branch emotional reasoning. That's why you call yourself Ember. Okay. It's designed to increase activity in your prefrontal cortex. Yeah, sure. Okay. Don't count on it. But you're doing great. Thanks for the encouragement. File 200 contains exactly one number. And create a new file in the outbox containing the numbers n through 0 in decreasing order. When you are finished, delete file 200. Okay, so we need to learn about loops and branching. Which I saw mentioned here, right? Yeah, so we already used mark for making a copy of a thing. Jump is jump to a thing. T-jump. Jump if t is 1, or rather if it's anything other than 0. The T register. Okay. F-jump. So what's the deal with the T register? The T register is general purpose and can store a number or a keyword. It is also destination for test instructions, which we shouldn't need here. And the criterion for conditional jumps. Okay. So, fine. This all seems quite simple.
Let's go.
Let's go, indeed, soundtrack. Actually, I should have checked that the music levels were okay. I forgot to look over the last episode. I was so excited to get back to the game. Okay, so we need to do a few things, but not, in fact, very much. This could, in principle, be done with a single exa, but it would be so much simpler with 2, right? So let's do that. Link 800, grab 200, link link 800. And then we will replicate to, I guess, the writer instruction. Mark writer here. And the writer is just going to, what? Read values from M into T, I guess. It feels a bit awkward to have both of them doing the testing for 0 so that they both know to terminate. But what else can you do, I think? So we will copy M into T. And then copy T, no, hang on, we need to make a new file first. Make. Copy T into F, and then if the value in T is non-zero, so we want a T jump, true jump, TJMP, yes, to mark right. Not writer, but right. And then if that jump did not occur, it means we are done, and therefore we will drop the current file we're working on and halt. Meanwhile, the writer, or this person who is the reader, will copy F into T, copy T into M, copy T into M, and to a similar T jump, mark read here. T jump to read. Otherwise, wipe the file and halt. Yes? Let's watch what happens. We go here, pick up the file, move to the outbox, make a new dude, and now we read into T at the same time as the other guy makes a file. Yes. And we're now broadcasting the number 9, which this person has received. And now this one's going to copy it to the file before. Okay, so cannot read past end of file. Excuse me? Oh, right. We're not reading. This is complete nonsense. Okay, so. Oh. We don't need two things at all. Because I was thinking like we were trying to read a sequence of numbers from the file for some reason, but that doesn't make any sense. We're reading a single number and then just writing many copies of it. Yes? So, okay. We don't need any copies of anything. We just grab the file, we're in the outbox, and we just need to copy F into T so we can work with it. Wipe the file where we read it from, and make a new one. Wait. Do I need to make a new one? Am I allowed to just overwrite the existing contents? Probably not, right? Yeah, because the file gets a different number. Okay, so we're making a new file, and the number's n through 0 in decreasing order. So even if n is 0, we still need to copy at least one thing. So we copy T to F, and then if T, I kind of want to subtract. All right, let's look at the manual again and see what other what kind of test operations we have available. So you have copy, add, and swizz, which we don't care about swizz for quite a while, it seems. Test to register r/n means a register or a number. Test them. Compare their values. If they're equal, 1, otherwise 0. The same syntax is used. Oh, this equal is actually like you're supposed to type it. Test is equal to foo. Okay. So we can. I would have liked for us to do all of our work inside of the T register, because like 0 is a convenient stopping point, and we can just say like certainly it's possible. We can say T jump back to next, let's say. But then like no, F jump to done. Otherwise, sub I T T1 T and jump to next. Mark next. Done. No. Mark done. Drop and halt. Right. So this is fine, but it involves 2 jumps, which is a bit annoying. And right? Like, so what happens when I do this? How do I jump unconditionally? Jump. So we go here, we pick up the file, we move it here, we read into T, and we wipe it. We make a new file. Yeah, we're counting down. And we stopped and we left. So, great. But it kind of sucks to have these 2 jumps, right? The whole point of this thing being in T is that it would be nice if we could just like, if we could say jump here after, oh, hang on, maybe what we can do is, what if we, I was thinking, what if we copied the first number into the file before beginning the loop, and then had our subtraction at the beginning of the loop? But this will fail if the number is ever 0, right? I I mean, I guess we could. Okay, well, let's just finish this and say, look, we proved we can do it. Yeah, pretty normal solution, but surely we can do better. First of all, I want to see if it will ever give me a 0. So let's try copy T into F first before this loop here. And then swap the order of these two lines. Or rather, get rid of this line and say T jump to next. If there are still... No, hang on, this doesn't work.
Let's go.
Well, oh, here's an interesting point to consider. The final value in the file will always be 0, right? So we don't need to make copying that 0 be part of the main loop. Unless the input is 0, in which case it would be, right? Yeah. Okay, so what have we done so far? Copy T into F. Wait, can I just... I can just make 2? I see. Okay, that's why I wasn't supposed to need to read the instructions on how to do replicating. Okay, that would have made some of the previous ones a little easier. I just didn't see what this button did. Very funny. Okay, but I don't need to for this. Right, so we copy the current value. What was my idea about why did I think it was a good idea to do one of these first? I think it's the value wherever 0, that wouldn't really help, but okay, so we do subtraction right. As long as we're never given a 0, this is fine. We copy into the output. We move the marker up here, right? Wait, that didn't help at all. Copy, not move. Copy T to F. So we copy once unconditionally. Then we subtract 1, do another copy, and unless the value is 0, we go back and do it again. So this is fine as long as the input file is never contains a 0. And it looks like it doesn't. Okay, so this is the better cycles approach. Very good. And it looks like there's some even faster ones using stuff we don't know about yet. All right. So we shaved off 1/4 of our time with that little optimization. I'll take it. Nice work. I knew you could do it. Yeah, great. Sure. Great work. This is more talk designed to further excite your prefrontal cortex. Now it's time to do some real hacking. We are hacking into Euclid's pizza. Blah. Pizza. What is this? Is this their computer number? Cause a pizza to be delivered to your apartment. Well, why don't I just buy a pizza? That would be the easy way to do this. So you want to know who I am? I will reveal this information. Let us discuss it over a pizza. A free pizza. I want to see you use your regain skills first. You're giving me $700 worth of medication for stealing a pizza? Yeah, why not? Don't you want a pizza? Ah! There's so many things! This is way bigger than... The tutorials did not prepare me. Okay, what is going on? Append your order, file 300, to the end of the order list, file 200. Note that all orders, including yours, will consist of exactly 5 keywords. Okay, so our file is 300. Yeah, so an address, a size, and 3 sets of toppings. Everyone must have 3 sets of toppings, precisely, the very computer-y world. Now, file 280 is empty. Why does it even exist? What is all this stuff? This is like their mainframe back here or something? They have a bunch of temp files? Power? Huh. So this should be pretty simple, right? Yeah, so I can just send in 2. Now that I know that, that's lovely. But I want to know what all this stuff is about. Oh, this is the oven, the fridge. Oh, not temp as in temporary, but temperature. Freezer. So we could break in and like see how hot the fridge is. Okay. Oh, these are probably hardware modules, right? How did we interact with those again? I guess I'll show you guys the manual since I'm looking at it. Registers. M is communicating. XTFM. What? There was another one, right? Oh, I see. Hardware register. Yeah. So these are associated with hardware that might be connected to the host computer. These registers are sometimes read-only or write-only. Sometimes you can do both. They can involve numbers or keywords. The names are pound. You can use these names directly. Ah, these are registers. I see. So I don't have to like go up to it to read it, I think. So if I just said move, oh, hang on, let me show you guys the game again. What if I had to move temp into X? Does that occur? It's not move, it's copy. Hardware register not found. So we would have to go into the oven module to read this then, I guess? Makes sense since there's multiple different temperature readings. So what if we just did this? We said link 800, link 800 again, link, let's read how hot the oven is. That's 800, nice and easy. And then we'll just read the temperature out. 750. That's very hot. What units are you using? That's crazy. Do you really cook food at 750 degrees? Even Fahrenheit, that seems like... Maybe you do. I guess you cook pizzas pretty hot? I don't know. I'm not a cook, but okay. So we've learned that if we wanted to, we could, wait a minute. Can I be a mischief maker? Like if I went, instead of into the oven, if I went into the lights... Wait, what does this thing have power to? I can't read the host name there. Can I like zoom in or something? I don't see a way to zoom in. Okay, but instead of... What if I were like copy 0 into power? But yeah, 80... Is it gonna like show darker in here? That would be so cool. We turned off the lights, those pizza idiots! Alright, cool. So, good to know we can do that. Wait, can I make the oven colder? Can I, like, turn it into a fridge? Just you know, freezing, please? We'll see if that's allowed. 600 is the lowest it'll go. Okay. So we can turn down the oven temperature, but only to the temperature a fire might be at. Okay, very good. All right, well, done playing. Now we learned how these hardware modules work. Given that, how are we going to do all the stuff we wanted to do. Okay, so this explains, by the way, why we were doing so badly on instructions, is that we had like this useless replicate instruction before. We ran basically the same number of instructions on each of these in total, except for like there was an extra replicate we didn't need. Although, like, now this guy, we have to issue a move command for both of them, right? So it comes out pretty similar, I feel like. Although, no, we don't. One of them can just stay here and never leave. And do I need to, like, delete this order? I guess so. I'm not allowed to leave it inside the host, but inside of my host, I imagine is fine. And what's with files? These files are empty? Huh. Yeah, and there's the goal. Just add that. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do, I guess we'll have A be the reader. Grab 200. 300, I should say. Oh. Can't tab between these because tab means to step. Okay. You will link 800, please. And then grab 200 so we can start writing. Now, the simplest way is to just 5 times apply a copy through M. But that's like a relatively high number of instructions. I don't know, I guess it's fine. Copy M into F. That many times. Drop the file and halt. Copy F into M. This many times. And then halt. Oh yeah, it said we don't have to do a drop. They said that if you halt, you automatically drop the file you're carrying, right? So this should be okay. Why will you not run? It's not copy with... Okay, try again. Oh no, we have to read to the end of the file, right? How do we know how big a file is? File is at the end. Alright, back to the manual here, I guess. So runtime errors mentioned past the end of a file, right? Invalid link traversal, math with keywords, so runtime errors terminated like a halt. Invalid. Okay. File. Ah, seek. Okay, so we can seek to the beginning or end of the file. Got it. And remind me what happens when we halt? Does it say somewhere that it's the same as dropping, like you implicitly drop a file? Yes, it does. Okay. So we just need to do one more thing here, which is seek this, the maximum size of the file, apparently. I guess that's maximum size of a number, maybe? Yeah, okay. We did it. We stole a pizza. Fine. So we could optimize for size by writing a loop instead of just 5 copies for each of them. But whatever. It's not a very interesting exercise. Time to enjoy a pizza, for you at least. Yeah, you're not gonna have any because you're a friggin' robot. You're far away. Yeah, you're a robot, I know. Surprised? No, it says so in your damn name. No, how can I say no? No, bullshit. It says right here. It's meeting with Nivas, the person... Oh, take delivery of the pizza.
Pizza delivery.
It's Nivas, but wearing a pizza uniform. Euclid's a better pie and we can prove it. Because he's a mathematician. The reference seems kind of obscure for a pizza joint.
Don't look too surprised. I'm an independent operator. I handle a wide range of businesses. Economy like this, you gotta hustle. So here's your pizza, and here's your other package. I hope it helps.
Wow, that sounded so like hush hush, your other package. Nevis hands me an unlabeled prescription bottle, clearly
Good work getting that money together. If there's anything else you need, you know who to call.
Okay. Well, so what is all this? Hack your body to repair a nerve in your arm. Cause the Last Stop factory to produce peanut-free peanut blast bars. Alright, well, sure, we can do one more this episode. Why not? Let's hack my arm. My left arm stops your condition from spreading, but it can't fix things like that. You need to take care of that yourself. Hack my own body? This is gonna be weird. I don't know about that. I edit myself all the time. Whoa! We got friggin' nerves! Nerves, I tell you. Read a value from the nerve connected to your central nervous system. That's the CNS. Okay. What do the host names say? I don't see a host name on this one. This one has a host name, but it's not very useful. Whatever. And relay it to the nerve connected to your arm. Clamping the value between 50 and minus 120. Since this operates inside a network control, that is, your own body, it is not necessary leaving a trace. Your X's should be written to operate indefinitely. Okay. Yeah, we learned about hardware registers for information about the phage. Debugging the phage in the zine. Okay, so I did see a thing about debugging the phage. Here it is. Mystery disease known colloquially as the phage that slowly turns the human body into computer parts. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of reading, at least out loud. So I won't just read it all. We'll just sort of skip to, does it say anything important? No? Okay, it doesn't seem important at all. If you guys are interested, pause the video a few seconds ago and now, and you can read it all. Great. Fine. So what exactly actually is the best way to clamp a value between two other values given the operations we have here? What do we have that works with numbers? Oh. Test MRD. So that's machine numbers or something? I don't know exactly. Not relevant right now, but interesting to know. Sub-I, mul-I, div-I, mod-I. Ah, modulo. Now that's an interesting one. Because we kind of just want to work modulo 180 minus 60, right? So we could do this all with one exit that goes here, reads a thing, walks it all the way over here, writes it, and comes back. It would be much, much faster, however, to have two X's. So let's just do that. Link to 800. Both of you, please. You're going to be the reader, I guess. I'd like you to copy from hash nerve into X. What happens if you take a negative number mod 180, actually? Let's try that first. Let's just copy, like, minus 500 into X. Mod I X of 180. storing the result into X. What in fact happens? We got a 40. I don't want to work with modular arithmetic at all. What am I even thinking? I want to clamp things. Oh. What's the largest number we can store? This is a very familiar Zachtronics trick, actually. Right? Is, using the saturating arithmetic. So, like, is there such a number as minus 10,000? That's what I would like to know. Number too small. Indeed. So what if we did this and said sub I x, oops, not 90,000, good heavens. Oh, whoops, I guess we want a bunch of nines, right? Yeah, so it stayed at the same value. So there's a trick when you have numbers that behave in this way. You can do clamping without having to do any branching, any tests. So we want the smallest number that we care about to be minus 60. No, minus 120. So what we can do is nerve into x. We will subtract a very large number from this. Large enough that any value below minus 120 will overflow. Underflow, I guess. But numbers above minus 120 will not. So what that means is we want to subtract a number that causes minus 120 to become exactly minus 99, right? So we want like, we want this minus 120, right? And what is that value? It's 9, 8, 7, 9? Oh, actually, I don't need to do this copy either. Nerve storing the result into X. Sub I. Okay. And now we want to add that amount back. So that we're back to the number we started with. And then add some more. So add I, X, 9879, storing into X. Now I'd like to add an even bigger number, but like there's no number, like we need to do something similar to the other end, right? Which is add I, X, and so 999 minus 50 is just 9949 to X. So we're doing two additions to X, and like obviously you could collapse them, but that would be a number outside of the representable range. So like you can't do that. We just have to do it with two adds. And finally we sub I, X, 9949 and send the result to M, please, right? We're done with it. Meanwhile, this guy is going to link 1 several times. Once is here, 2, 3, 4. And he's just going to move copy M into nerve, right? Although we could make things a bit faster by having each of them do some of the arithmetic. Yeah, maybe that's the idea. So here, copy M into X and storing the result into nerve like so, right? Mark right, jump to right. Forever, please. Mark read, jump read. Ah, we don't need to do this copy. We can just add M, storing the result into X. So, what happens now? So we've read a value, and, or no, not yet. Minus 9952. We're adding the number back to it. We're writing negative 73 to this guy whenever he gets it. So this should not be clamped in any way. Did it work? Did I write a thing? Ah, here's the values. Very good. So, seems to be working out all right. Cool. I still don't know what activity means. We did well on cycles and size, of course. I'm surprised it's not possible to do better on size by replacing these 4 operations. But I guess a loop with just 4 elements, like, you can't really make much shorter because you have so much overhead for the loop itself. Okay. All right, well, this looks pretty good. It's about as efficient as it could be, I think. We just, yeah, okay, cool. This hotfix should keep you useful, at least for a little while longer. I'm glad I don't have a body. You get used to it, yeah, if you say so. Seems like nothing but a hassle. Maybe one day, well, we can talk about that later. Cool. So we've fixed our arm, sort of, by using nano robots, question mark? What is going on in the chat here? What's in the zine? There's a lot of talking going on. I'm pretty sure this is all just fake, made-up stuff. But, I don't know. Yeah. Alright, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.